Russia was targeting cities and energy infrastructure all across Ukraine. This has become a nightly event, but this attack was unusual not just because of its size, but because it reached the city of Lviv, that is hundreds of kilometres from the front line, and it has generally been considered one of the safer cities in Ukraine. But as this latest assault shows, nowhere is at the moment. And that attack did kill one person and injured dozens more. And these drones fell all across the country. There were almost 600 in all, as well as 40 missiles launched over the last attack. And there were 11 sites that were particularly hard hit. Of course, the capital, Kyiv, is a regular sort of target for Russia. People there have taken to sleeping in their hallways, others in the public subways, which has now become mass sort of bomb shelters where families flee in the middle of the night trying to sleep as bombs sort of drop on their homes or possibly. And so that's been an escape there. And the other common target, which was also hit in the latest attack, was the eastern side of the country, which is, of course, where Russia wants to claim territory. Now, people there have been evacuating, but for those who are still in those villages under attack, it was another terrifying night under Russian attack.
Yeah, it sure was. And as this fighting continues, there have, of course, been more meetings at the highest levels of government and the military trying to work out a path to peace. Is there a breakthrough? What's the latest you can tell us?
Well, we were promised there'd be breakthroughs after the Alaska meeting about a week ago. We have not seen that yet, but we have seen many other meetings that are sort of working towards that. So straight after the Alaska meeting, there was the White House sort of group of European leaders supporting Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky when he met Donald Trump. I heard one commentator refer to that as basically the diplomatic equivalent of a Marvel movie. And since then, the meetings have continued at the highest levels of military and government on both sides of the Atlantic. And what they're trying to figure out are what sort of security guarantees they can offer Ukraine. They're building them from scratch, so we're not sure exactly what they will look like, but up to 10 countries have put up their hands and said, we will be part of this, however it sort of plays out. But as for whether that will mean boots on the ground, European troops in Ukraine, that's something that the Kremlin is strongly rejecting. Here's Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov.
All
the different ideas, all the unilateral moves are an absolutely hopeless venture, as the current discussions between the West and the Ukrainian side are essentially linked to providing guarantees in the form of the foreign military intervention of a certain part of the Ukrainian territory.
Ukraine's president says that this sort of rhetoric shows why it's important for it to keep up military pressure alongside these diplomatic efforts, because at this stage, those security guarantees are far from guaranteed.